Welcome into another Musings from the Mind of tutorial. This is part one in a multi-part series that we're going to look at making this pixelated text using geometry nodes and then applying materials across the various instances and putting them where we want to. In future videos, we're going to look at actually animating these pixels. But let's begin just setting up our model here. So first thing we're going to do is Shift A. We're going to add a text, RX90. We're going to tab into it. I'm going to say Musings. And we're going to jump over here to the geometry editor or the text editor. And we're going to do center for horizontal. Under geometry, actually I want to go over here, scale 2, enter, extrude 0.2, yep, that's about what I want. Under depth, I'm going to be like 0.025. Okay, that looks good there. And I am going to right click and convert to a mesh. Now we want to get us some better geometry because we're working with this right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a modifier to this text, and we're going to add a remesh modifier. We're going to choose blocks, unselect, remove disconnected, and bump this up to a 7, and apply. All right, now I want to go to the object, and I want to apply all transformations. Now then, I want to go ahead. I'm just going to create 2 materials real quick, and we'll just make one green, and we'll make one blue. All right, and then we're going to tab in here, and I'm going to hit the X-ray here, and I'm going to select the first 4 letters, and I'm going to assign blue to them. And then I'm going to take the last 3 letters, and I'm going to assign green to them. And now we can see how we can assign the colors to the different instances that are going to happen. So let's pull up our workspace a little bit. We're going to change over to the geometry node editor. We also want to real quick add a plane. I don't want to add a plane. I want to add a cube. And we're just going to hide that guy right now because we don't need to see him yet. So let's select our text, make sure our text selected, hit new geometry, and let's get this guy right here. First thing we want to do is add a instances on points, and we're going to connect our geometry to points. We're going to pull our cube down here so it creates an object info node, and we want to put our geometry on the instance. And then under scale, let's start with 0.25. Still too much. Let's go to 0.05. Still too much. Let's go to 0.02. All right, now we've got our pixels to work with. You'll notice that we don't have our colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to add set material. And I'm going to add 2 of them because I have 2 materials. Crap, I didn't mean to do radius. Shift D, we're going to bring this down here. Connect this guy to here and this guy to here, and we'll make the first one a green rather, and we'll make the second one blue. If you'll notice, it just assigns that second material to it. It's not breaking it out like we want to, and that's because we have to do a couple of things here. First, what we want to do is we want to capture the instances that are supposed to be which color. So Shift A, and we're going to add a capture attribute. And the attribute we want to capture is material index. And so we're going to grab material index and we're going to put it here. And you see we're still continuing to pass our geometry on through. It hasn't changed anything yet. Now we want to set material index, and we're going to drop that in here. And we're going to add our captured attribute to our material index, and you'll notice it still isn't doing anything because there's one last thing we have to do, and that is we have to realize our instances. And we're just going to jump that in right here. And let's pull that attribute back across. And now you can see our materials now match what our text is. And we could have done this as in my example where I had 7 different colors. You would just have to stack the colors. But this material index is what does all the work. And this is a quick way to get this pixelated look. And what we're going to look at in the next session is how we can animate these pixels and get some cool effects. So I hope that you will look at the rest of the playlist and you will join us for more. I hope this has been helpful. Please hit like and subscribe. Until the next time.